Okay, we check, make sure the machine's heating up. All right, we got some orders in. It's been a while since we've been live, so let's get into it. What do we want to talk about? Let's see. Looks like it's going to rain maybe later out here, but the sun's out. Uh, let's get into it. I don't know. We could talk about the shutdown. We could not. I'm kind of I'm kind of burned out on it, to be honest. It's only day two of the shutdown. I already feel burnt out on it. The okay, I know it's no laughing matter, but the funniest part of the shutdown to me is the hostage holding. I guess it feels like what I find interesting is that they're like, if you guys don't reopen the government, we're gonna keep firing more people every day until the government's back up. I don't know why. When every time I hear them talk about, um, we're gonna fire more people until the government's back up online, it's like I don't know why those sentences, those words are coming out are so interesting to me because it's like they're holding these workers hostage. It seems like, and I think people forget that those are Americans too. And then the fact that like today, what was it? I was listening to what's his name? Mike Johnson, which I don't know. You guys know there's this thing online that people are accusing him of. You know what I'm talking about? Speaker Mike Johnson, which is also another side note. What's interesting is that he is third in line. He's like after Trump, right? He is two heartbeats away from being president. By the way, um, Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson. And oh wait, there's this theory online that I saw that they're saying that he's in the closet somewhere, and once you hear those words that he's in the closet, and then you look at him again. Sorry, I'm in the garage, so I can't really like show you guys pictures right now. If I was at the computer, then we could do the whole like overlay. We could do the whole overlay thing, but no, I'm in the garage. I got this order. I gotta get out. So, anyways, there's this thing. They say that he is in the closet, and in a way it explains a lot, but at the same time, uh, it's actually really funny. There's this guy. I saw this yesterday. He says that he has like definite proof that Speaker Mike Johnson is, like not straight, and he said like, hey, if you guys don't keep the government open or like give in to what the Democrats are saying, then I'm gonna release these grinder or whatever videos or pictures or whatever, and then the deadline comes in, right? And then the guy puts up a following, because some people are like, oh, this sounds like clickbait kind of material, right? And then the follow-up video comes, and then now he says that he's gotten so many threats, and he's being sued, and now he's asking for for help with his legal fees. I'm like, oh my god, that's crazy. There was a crazy statement to make to begin with, and I mean, here's the thing. This kind of goes to what we were talking about before with the Candace Owens thing. If you guys don't know, she's being sued by the French Prime Minister because she's been saying that Bridget Macron is a man, and they're saying no, and they're suing her, and she's not backing down, which in a way feels like she's got something. But this guy, he looks like he wants to back down, but I don't know. Anyways, shut down. Shutdown. What do you guys think about the shutdown? It's a this is a different one than before. I'll say that. Which I don't know. We'll see how this all we'll see how this all where this all goes. I feel like nothing. Oh, 1 second. Make sure this is right. Nothing good is gonna come from this. Both sides look like they are dug into the trenches. You know what I mean? It's not happening. Nobody is giving an inch on this. I mean, I hate the fact that they are wasting so much time with like culture war, bull crap, like the mean stuff. It's so silly. With the some people, I don't know. Do people like that or something? I just feel like it's such a waste of government resources and time to be doing the mean stuff. And but maybe that goes to there's a big talking point where they're saying that if you don't have anything to really run on or people find your stuff unpopular, you kind of just resort to this kind of tactic. And maybe because it seems like I don't know, at least from the stuff that I've seen, it seems like most people want the healthcare, right? And then but the new talking points are basically we would rather let it all burn than have one person get healthcare when they're not supposed to. That seems like that is the plan right now. Oh man, I didn't cut something. That messes everything up. Arrgh. Okay. Well, let's get as many of these stuff done first, and then we'll go back and we'll fix the ones we didn't get. Alright, I thought let's cut this out. Alright, I'm doing a Halloween one. We will get it out. Alright, let's get started. This one. Okay. Oh, weird. Yeah, it's I don't know. It just seems like this. Who knows? What I hate about government stuff is always like what they tell you in one end and what they do in the back end is something completely different. Who knows? Maybe both sides want the shutdown. I do find it very interesting that I mean, technically, I feel like they should have shut it down the first time around, because now that this was gonna happen. If you guys don't remember, we were close to a shutdown a few months ago, and then Chuck Schumer caved in, and gave into the demands, and he avoided the shutdown. And then now they're using that against him, like, hey, why did you vote for it that time, and then now you're having such a big problem with it? Well, that's because everyone got all pissed at Chuck Schumer, like, for caving in last time. So there was no way that he was gonna cave in again, because then that would be the end of his political career. I think this is the part where I feel like a lot of people don't look at stuff from other people's point of views, and sometimes I don't know. I was thinking about this the other day, and because I saw something about they're like, oh, Chuck, you voted for it last time. Why didn't you vote for it again? And in the back of my mind, I was thinking it's because if he caved in again, it would have been over for him. It would have been over because he got so much flack last time for caving in during the last time when there was going to be a shutdown, if you guys don't remember. And his Chuck Schumer's excuse back then was oh, I'm gonna wait for his approval ratings to go down or something like that. Which, okay, I have a huge problem with the approval rating uh, bullcrap. It it doesn't mean anything. It's not like all of a sudden your the presidential or whoever's approval rating goes down to zero and they get kicked out of office or whatever. It's just like a fake metric that doesn't do anything, which we are learning. Like I hate it on like when the media they talk about approval ratings and I'm like, who cares? it just it does nothing. All right. It does nothing. It does nothing. And then, oh, the other thing I think the media needs to stop talking about are they need to stop talking about. One second. Okay, I got this. Okay, they need to stop talking about the like the polls. The polls. They keep talking about the polls, and I'm like, no, nobody. Some people may care, right? But the poll thing doesn't move anybody. They need to stop with the polls. All day today, when I was watching the news. Oh, hey, Jay. It's been a while. I know it's been a while since I've been live. I've just been so busy. Of course, I saw the Charlie Clark thing. I mean, like, I've been talking about it almost nonstop. What I find very interesting, if you want to talk Charlie Clark now, is that I, the part that I find most interesting, what I'm very fascinated about right now, is where where what is it, Turning Point USA, where the direction they're going, to me is like the most interesting thing about this because I don't know if you guys saw they announced that they have like a gajillion hours of never before seen Charlie Clark footage, and to me it fuels the fire because if you've been online right now, there's speculation that Charlie Clark is still alive. Once I got a call. Weather change. Every time the weather changes, allergies. Yeah, there's a conspiracy theory that they're saying that Charlie Clark is still alive, and he is on the run or something from the Israelis, or something that I don't know. And he's actually still alive, and they're doing the whole like puppet master idea now, where he still has new content. I'm just that would be the most wild thing ever, because like you know, with you think about like Tupac, how to this day there are people in the world that thinks that Tupac is still alive somewhere, right? Because if you're old enough to remember when Tupac passed away, they were releasing albums. They're like, oh, Death Death Road, whatever, had like, I guess hours and hours of music from Tupac, and they were releasing. That's not good. They were releasing like albums and all kinds of stuff from him for like years, and then that got people thinking, all right, first one's done. Little Monster. They got people thinking like, is he still alive? And if you're online now, there's like all kinds of conspiracy theories about like where the bullets came from. There's a conspiracy theory about a trap door. I saw one about that it came from behind. I saw one like I think the part that's throwing a lot of people off right now is the time, like Kash Patel really messed it. I feel like Kash Patel really messed it all up. He just released too much information too quickly, and now there's so much stuff out there for people to kind of like, that part didn't make any sense, or that part didn't make any sense. You know what I'm talking about? Where there's the okay, the part that bugs me a lot is the assembly and disassembly of the rifle. That part made no sense because they were saying that he took the shot, disassembled the rifle, and then ran like that. I don't know, then ran, and then I saw this thing where they were saying that if you watch the video of the what's his name, Tyler, supposedly Tyler, jump off the building, right? There, if you look in the background, there's these people that are walking, and people reporting to this, and they thought this was very suspicious. There's people walking in the background, and then one, they said that this, of course, this is after, right? And if you saw the other footage, there were people running everywhere, right, right, away from the scene. I saw those where they're like people are running, but then if you watch the other footage that they release of him running across the building, and then like climbing down and jumping down, the people in the background, they're walking. They're like calm as day, right? Literally, because if you think about it, one second, I got coughing. This that part where he's running across the roof was literally like 10-20 seconds after the initial shot, right? So the panic is still real. And then if the people in the background, they're just walking casually, right? And this building's on the other side of that of the where the incident happened. You should have saw people. I didn't. You don't see people running away. You see people walking casually towards, right? And then the people disappear. I don't know if you guys saw that part, but someone was highlighting that there's like a couple of people that are walking towards the on the sidewalk. They're walking, and then they just disappear. It's around the part where he jumps down. They like disappear from the from the earth or something, and people are pointing to that and saying like this footage is um altered. I don't know. It's got one thing that's very interesting is that this whole shutdown, the whole Charlie Clark thing, the trade wars, it's got everyone stop talking about the Epstein files. no, no one even bothers to bring it up anymore, which is very good job, I guess, of distraction. Which reminds me, I've been talking a lot about soybean farmer, the farmers. I think for the last like few days or something, I've been talking about farmers. Farmageddon is real. Um, I wonder what's gonna happen down the road with Farmageddon, because if you're not aware of what's going on with the farmers, they just got screwed again by the trade war, and they're getting bailed out, and the problem a lot of people are seeing right now is, oh, I'm back. We're back. Sorry, something's maybe I started talking about something that I wasn't supposed to be talking about, and the internet decided to censor me. Anyways, what was I talking? Oh, farmers. I was talking about farmers. All right. As we talk, I'm gonna make sure. That this is correct. What was that? Yes, farmers. All right. This is something we've been talking about, the farmer situation, right? If you guys don't know, trade wars going on, and China decided that they do not want to buy any more soybeans from U.S. farmers anymore. And what I was saying is that this is a this feels like the farmers got too big. When I was working in sales before, I used to do a lot of business with machine shops, and how a lot of these machine shops work. One second, let me. Oh, I wish I had some water here. All right, boom. How a lot of these machine shops work is that they, especially the smaller ones, the bigger ones, this is not a big problem, but the smaller ones, they get a customer, right? Should I leave this? This is fine. Oh, we'll be fine. And like, let's say they'll get a customer that needs them to make, I don't know, some kind of wrench or something, widget. Oh, I wish I had some water out here. And one day, what could easily happen is that customer doesn't want that widget anymore, but this company invested into like buying all these bits and parts and whatnot, machinery to support that customer, but they don't have that anymore. And then they get screwed, right? Because they're supposed to have. All right, I gotta cut stuff. They're they're used to having a certain amount of volume, and they have bills to pay and whatnot. It's the same thing with these farmers. Sorry, come with me. Cut stuff. And they're so big now. They're supposed to have all these like these orders, and if they don't, and they have bills to pay. And what are they supposed to do is the question. What are they supposed to do? I know some people are saying that they need to move on to grow something else. I think I mentioned that. That's a possibility. The farmers need to grow something else because the soybean business is not coming back. And I don't want to bail them out year after year for basically their own greed. It's not, well, I wouldn't say it's their own greed. It's just that's where farming went. It's right because like they said, was it 60% of soybean grown in America is shipped out to China, right? I believe it's 60%. And now that China's not ordering it anymore, I personally feel like either one, they start growing something else, and they're just gonna have to eat the loss this year. That's in a way, I know it's not their fault, but there's nothing that we can do about it. I think that's what it is. There's nothing that us regular folks can do about it. They're not ordering anymore. And even here's the other thing that I feel like that really bugs me about this bailout for the farmers and whatnot. Even if you bail them out and you give them something, you know what's gonna happen, right? They're gonna grow the soybeans again, and then because they already invested all this like infrastructure for them to be growing the soybeans or whatever, right? They're just gonna grow it again, and they're gonna need another bailout. They need to grow something else. If not, they're just gonna have to. I'm sorry. They're just gonna have to go away. Because we're not talking about. This is in a way extra soybeans, right? Because it's grown almost exclusively to be shipped out. That business is not coming back. It makes zero sense because China's already put a bunch of money and investment into developing Brazil and Argentina and whatnot to get soybeans from them, and these other people are more dependent on China to buy it than we are. and they're not gonna come back. It's just it is what it is. And so I don't want to keep bailing them out for their overgrowth. Either they need to grow something else, or I'm sorry, they're gonna have to go away. It's almost like when we bailed out the banks, and the banks just kept that money, and then it was almost like we all got screwed for bailing out the banks during the other crash. And I know it doesn't sound good to let the farmers, I guess, like die out, but I guess what is the plan? It's what I'm wondering, because I know some people are like, oh, we need more markets. We need new markets. Like, yeah, yeah, that could happen, but you can't force other people to buy soybeans if they don't want to buy soybeans. You know what I mean? Like, then grow something that I guess another market would want to buy. I I found this very interesting thing about stockfish. You guys heard about stockfish? It's I'm trying to remember exactly which country, but I just know I remember it was an African country that the price of this stockfish, and stockfish is basically it's like dried cod or something like that. That it's fish that's dried, and it's called stockfish because they use it for like soups and whatnot and all their dishes. And I don't want to butcher which country. It's one of the African countries. And but yeah, they use it for all their like soups and stuff. But the fish itself is not found in their area. Like, it's from Norway. It was a fish that was imported. It was a food. Here it is. That was imported from Norway. It's like a dry fish that was imported from Norway, and it's sold exclusively to this country in Africa, and they're the only buyers for it. But the price for the stockfish is astronomical because they depend on they can only get it from Norway. And I guess there's a whole like multi-billion-dollar industry that has been developed to sell stockfish to Africa, and they use it for all their dishes. And they're saying like, oh, when we use other stuff, it doesn't taste the same, or they can't make their traditional dishes without it, which I find very interesting because the stockfish itself is not from Africa. But what it is, how it works is that it gets fished up in Norway, it gets dried, processed, right, and then it gets shipped over to Africa. And again, I don't know which country off the top of my head. And then from there, it goes to a market where like they're like these dealers. They like chop up the stockfish into like little chunks. Because before, I guess they were selling whole pieces, and then it was unaffordable. People couldn't afford it anymore, and so they started. And then so they started chopping it up to smaller pieces, so people can buy a smaller piece for instead of charging someone like I don't know like $100 for a whole fish, they'll charge them $10 for a little slice or something. And they were like these brokers and whatnot, like their whole job is stockfish trading. I don't know how we got there, but this is where we are right now. We're talking about stockfish. Oh, I remember how we got here. We were talking about soybeans and saying that you cannot force another country or whatever to buy American soybeans if they do not want soybeans. So there is no other market for the soybeans. Because I know some of the farmers are saying that, oh, we need a new market to sell our soybeans to. And then I saw this thing and they were saying that even if you combined all the soybean demand from all the other countries together, it would not equal what China, the demand of soybeans from China at all. Just throwing that out there. All right. What else do we want to talk to about? Let's talk about the AI actress lady girl. Have you guys seen that? I thought that was pretty interesting. Ooh. Because the AI actress thing is really like I literally just finished talking about this earlier, but it's such a silly waste of time. Like, who is using that? If you guys don't know what I'm talking about Tilly. I think it's called Tilly Norwood, and they're trying to make fake press around it and whatnot, saying like, oh, there are agents lined up, and they want to work with her so bad, and she, if you guys seen it, she looks like a Natalie Portman, Gal Gadot kind of person, which I think is actually an interesting choice. That's what the look that they went with, because the Natalie Portman, Gal Gadot look. That's like a very Jewish look. You know what I'm trying to say. It's like the what's the theory? The theory is like the Hollywood, the entertainment business is already owned by them, and then so you make an AI character that looks, like exactly the look of the people that run the place. I don't know. I just thought that that's an interesting angle that needs to get explored a little bit at some point. Interesting how. Oh, okay, I got it. They made her look like Gal Gadot. She looks like a young Gal Gadot, like Gal Gadot's sister. That's what I was saying earlier. Younger sister or daughter, right? That's what she looks like. And I was thinking maybe the reason why they made that AI character girl look like that is. Hold on. Aw. Hold on. I gotta cut out. Well, they made her look like that is because Gal Gadot at one point was the hottest actress at some point, right? Hottest as in not in terms of like looks. I mean, I find her very attractive. Not in terms of looks, but like in terms of one second. In terms of like star power, until she started making those I believe videos during like COVID and whatever event happened, and then her people started hating her, and I feel like this is an attempt to redo Gal Gadot's stardom uh, without all the other side baggage that she comes with. Because at one point, oh, hi Kiwi, why are we talking about Gal Gadot? I was talking about the new AI generated actress. You guys, have you seen that where it's like an actress and she is fully AI generated? I think it's called like Tilly Norwood. Basically, someone created an AI character and they're trying to use it for like movies and whatnot. Basically, instead of generating a random person to be in a movie or show or whatever, they're trying to give this person a backstory for them to use for future projects, right? And I was saying that this person looks just that the avatar that they generated looks just like Gal Gadot's. If Gal Gadot had a daughter or maybe like a younger sister, mixed with like a Natalie Portman type person, That's that's the look that they gave this AI actress. And I was saying that maybe that they chose this. I'm pretty sure what they did was they just took the top most popular actresses and mashed it together, and this is the look that they came out with. But I was thinking maybe it's because Gal Gadot at one point was the one of the top actresses, right? Until she started doing all the random poses that people started hating, and then her career. I feel like her career is on the downward spiral. You guys have your opinion on that, and I feel like this AI person, this Tilly. Also, wait, am I pronouncing her last name wrong this whole time? Gal Gadot, like that? I guess. I'm sorry. Um, but like, yeah, I feel like her career went down. People started hating her a lot because of her those videos that she did, like the I Believe video, like the out of touch, like we just need a hug it out videos, and I feel like that's why they're making this AI person look like her. All right. Oh, weather change is killing me. Every year, the weather changes, and I get all jacked up by allergies. All right. This order has taken me for a very long time, and I want to get this over with already. Every year, I start selling this design, this shirt design, and I hate it so much. But I don't know, people buy it, so I make it. Made in America, y'all. And yeah, I hate it. People buy it. Hopefully they don't return it because that always happens too. It's a Halloween themed shirt, and I hate holiday themed clothing. See, very simple, but it's a set for family. So that's the girl one. This is the boy one. Right, and then I have a dad and a mom one that goes with it. But anyways, yes, every year we sell those, and I pray to the retail gods that they don't return it, because what am I supposed to do with them? I I think that's the part where people don't understand about returns, especially when they're like holiday junk. Holiday junk is the worst. Because when you return it, I either one have to keep it for a whole nother year to have a chance to sell it again, or I have to toss it. Like it's the worst. Holiday junk is the worst junk. every every year I like cringe at the amount of holiday stuff that gets made. I know we were talking about this last year during, has it been a year already? During I remember during what was it? St. Patrick's Day. Like the more fringy holidays or the worst offenders of this. St. Patrick's Day. Um, there's always on St. Patrick's Day, after St. Patrick's Day, always the discount area is insane. Like, people, my message to the world, please stop making St. Patrick's Day gear. Like, I understand you're supposed to wear green for that one day, but please think of the world. Think of Trash Island, okay? Every time if you're out there and you're making St. Patrick's Day gear, think about the Trash Island. That's what I want to say about holiday gear. Think about Trash Island and your contribution to Trash Island. Please, please stop buying holiday stuff. It's getting more and more absurd, I feel like. Okay. You know what's also crazy is I don't understand how Spirit makes money at all. Like, I know what is it? I know they like rent the area like for nothing, but how do they? I I just don't understand. Do they make that much off of selling Halloween costumes that they pop? There's this warehouse. I think they're like one of the main Spirit distribution areas around me, because they're unlike a regular Spirit store, which kind of pops up. Uh, it's like watching a Spirit store pop up is the saddest thing ever, because that means someone else's hopes and dreams got crushed at some point for it to become the Spirit store. But there's a Spirit store near me that is 24/7 all days of the year. It's a Spirit store. I think it's their. I haven't been inside, but I've drove by, and I think it's like one of their main. Maybe it's the original location. I don't know. It's a Spirit store, holiday store or whatever, all year round. Ooh, with shrinkflation and how the economy is going, I wonder how Halloween's gonna be this year. I feel like what's very interesting about Halloween is that I always remember. Do people do people still do this? Because I remember when I was a kid, the big thing was people putting like, I don't know, dangerous things into the candy they give away. Uh, does that still happen? I have. I know. At least for me, I always check my kids' candy and stuff, but like, I always thought that was such a weird thing to do. Is to when you put like the, the like razor blades or whatever into kids' Halloween candy and whatnot. I, what is what is the purpose of that? I I always thought like that's so much work, and it's not like you gain the satisfaction of like is it maybe are you trying to get on the news? Is that the plan? I just never understood why people did that. Oh, the questions of life. That's what we want to know. We want to know, why do people put razor blades into candy? Do 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 do. Boop boop. Okay. Boom. All right. Down my order. Thanks for hanging out. See you guys later.